What's up, people? We have another Knicks for Life Roundtable. Today we have two legends. They were here last time. They come back again. Eddie, Eddie the Troll, as I called him last time, right?
Wearing a suit just for this because I gotta dress to impress.
Yeah, dress, yeah. And we got Nicholas.
What's up?
Amsterdam baseball, also known as another diehard fan, repping with the crew,
What's up?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's up? So
What's
let's
up?
get into the LaMelo Ball. Like, what would you trade to get like LaMelo Ball? Like, what would you do? What team would you trade with? Minnesota, Golden State, Charlotte, whatever.
Well, if I'm Minnesota, if I'm smart with this, I'm taking Anthony Edwards first, no matter what. If any team tries and calls and say we want to trade up, I'm hanging up the phone and say go trade with somebody else. But
okay.
But I mean, I just think Anthony Edwards should be the first overall pick in this draft, no matter what, because I like his game. I think he's a great scorer. He reminds me a little bit of Oladipo, and I think he's the other wing. He's the perfect two guard to complete that lineup in Minnesota. But let's say though somehow, some way, LaMelo Ball can be a Knick. We're probably gonna have to trade up with number 3 to Charlotte. I think has the 3rd pick.
Yeah, well, Charlotte's known for bad trades. Yeah, we all know that.
True. But I mean, so let's say we're trying to trade up with Charlotte for the 3rd pick. I mean, obviously we obviously got to give up 8. I would see if somehow, some way they could take Julius Randle, but
Julius the Spin.
But I mean, the Hornets have enough bad contracts as it is, so they're probably gonna want a young player. So maybe a Kevin Knox, maybe a maybe Frank. I don't know what it would take.
Yeah, just throw him. Whatever it is, just throw him. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would probably trade a player and a pick that's not named Mitch or RJ.
Okay. Yeah, I would do a deal with Charlotte. You might if we're trading for a pick, it's a really hard thing to say, but we might have to take on a bad contract.
Yeah, so I mean,
with
Charlotte,
Terry Rozier probably.
I mean, honestly, Terry Rozier, I wouldn't mind.
I don't want Nicholas Batum.
Oh no, Nick Batum, no.
Oh, hell no. But Terry Rozier, I wouldn't want his contract, but he's an okay player.
I mean,
go back to the 2018 playoffs. He was amazing.
Yeah, no, there are a lot worse contracts on that team, like Bismack Biyombo, Tyler Zeller.
That's just another deal for the Hornets.
Yeah, like Michael Jordan gives out bad contracts like it's candy on Halloween. But I mean, shout out to whoever agents the Hornets got, because they definitely got their players to secure the bag. But honestly, though, I mean, I can't see the Knicks trading up, but I mean, maybe I was hearing reports though that if the Knicks wanted the 2 pick, then they'd have to give up Mitch in the 8 pick, which I'd rather not do. But the Warriors don't need any more good players.
Yeah, we need to stop the super team. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the way I see it though is Edwards should go first, James Wiseman should go second, and then I guess LaMelo Ball goes 3rd.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I guess.
I mean, I don't really know everybody in the draft just because I haven't been following it close enough. But
same.
I know. I mean, I just feel like this draft class in particular isn't as strong as in years past, and of course, it's a 1 year. The Knicks have 2 first-round picks, so go figure.
I feel like it's kind of balanced in a way though. There's gonna be sleepers. I feel like later on that people don't know.
I mean, I feel like the way it is there's only going to be 2 or 3 players who are going to be superstars in this draft, and then everybody else, their ceiling is maybe a 1 or 2 time All-Star or your average role player.
That's an okay draft.
But if we do stay at 8, who do you want? I personally want Obi Toppin. I think that's how you pronounce it, Obi Toppin.
That's what every report has said. I think he's a wing player at Dayton, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, I haven't been following his game close enough. So, but I would probably want Obi Toppin too.
I want Cole Anthony.
Cole
I
Anthony.
know it's
I've
probably
heard they
not
did.
gonna happen, but
Yeah.
I watched him a lot in college, and he's a stud, definitely.
I don't
Yeah.
know the Knicks
His
interview.
dad played in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Greg Anthony. Yeah, and it's on TNT now.
Nice.
Yeah, so, yeah, I would want Cole Anthony.
But I mean, I think Cole Anthony is a good player, but I personally feel like this draft has a lot of point guards, but as we all know, the Knicks have like 4 right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, we need actual point guards. We haven't had a point guard, like an actual point guard that's been good and has led us. Well, we've had a point guard that's been good, and Stephon Marbury. That was the last time, but he didn't even lead us anywhere.
Yeah, I was about to say for the last
So
time.
Walt Frazier.
I mean, the last decent point
And
guard that
he's
we had was like Raymond Felton. Well, the first time around.
yeah.
I mean, Derrick Rose is here for like 1 year and was
Derrick Rose was okay. He was still he just was injured.
I mean, that's the story of his career. Sadly.
It's sad, yeah. But we haven't had like an all-star point guard since Walt Clyde Frazier.
Yeah, and that was right around the
in
time
the 70s.
was like a teenager.
Yeah, my mom was like a 1 or 2, something like, oh no.
Oh,
And he's now sadly he's now 75 years old. Basically sums up the Knicks. The last time we had the last like all-star point guard that we had is now 75 years old. And it's really important in the NBA like to have a point guard.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
It's a prime example.
And a shooting one, like.
Well, yeah, you need somebody who can shoot, or like if you don't have a point guard who can shoot, you have to have shooters around them.
Yeah,
like
kind of like Ben's.
I mean, like
or
Rajon
Russell Westbrook.
Rondo, yeah, like Rajon Rondo, like he can't shoot, but the Lakers have decent shooters. So,
I'm not gonna lie though, Rondo lit it up in the bubble from 3. Like he actually
definitely.
shot. Yeah.
Like you look at all the players in the league, that are like all-stars: Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, Chris Paul. Well, he if this was like 5-6 years ago, Russell Westbrook. Who else? Dame Dalla. You know, who else? Like I can go on and on. There's basically tons of great point guards, and that's why. Like you see, like the teams like the Warriors, the Rockets, they've always needed a point guard. Whether like, hey, Clay can be a help and be a shooter, and KD was something, and James Harden, but they always need a point guard. And like your Steph Curry's, your Chris Paul's, your Russell Westbrook's, even like every team, like they need like if you're gonna win in this league today. You need a point guard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I mean, you need to have a point guard.
Basketball team, yeah. It's pretty much like having a quarterback.
Yeah, like it's your it's like you live and die by the point guard. If you're an NBA team.
Yeah.
And you also need some you need shooters, and I think in today's league, like you sort of need some stretch fours.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's like the Rockets, they didn't even have a center for the second half of the year.
Yeah,
literally
like
PJ Tucker.
Yeah, they were running
PJ Tucker.
Yeah, they were running PJ
what is this? Sneaker edition or whatever?
The
like,
sneaker
hey, hey, if we talking sneakers, then PJ Tucker. But we're talking basketball court. Then it's then you can't have PJ Tucker out there.
PJ Tucker, I thought actually was pretty solid as a center, but you can't have that for a 7-game series.
No.
Especially when you're guarding Nikola Jokic, Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid.
They even had a hard time guarding Steven Adams. with
Oh yeah,
OKC.
Steven Adams is freaking huge.
Yeah. So but every team needs a point guard,
Definitely.
definitely. And you need a stretch four in that, of course. Like you need like we're all gonna get the. I know Eddie's gonna get that, but KP, he was I see Eddie's face.
I mean, look,
KP
he's a good stretch
KP
forward.
was
Yes,
good.
I'm not
Like
gonna
he
deny that. But I mean,
have
I'm
to be
just glad that
honest.
you
He was.
brought it up and not the other kid.
Well, I was gonna bring it up when you talked about the stretch four. I was thinking about it.
We're getting Eddie.
Brian
We're getting
energy.
Eddie mad and heated, right?
Look, I mean, Porzingis is a great stretch four, but I mean, obviously, we all know he ain't here anymore. It is what
And
it
he's
is.
injury prone, you know.
I mean, I just hope that the other kid
They
on
will-
this just doesn't keep fucking crying about it. But I mean, at the end of the day, though, I remember when Porzingis was here, he always said I wanted to be the 4, and he refused to play the 5, and then he gets traded to Dallas, and he did play the 5 sparingly. So it's just like, bro, what are you doing?
Like you think that he just hated the Knicks?
I mean, I think that there was a lot of things that went wrong with the Knicks and his time here. I mean, obviously, one, he got hurt, but that happens. Two, I think,
course.
two, obviously, we weren't good, and we haven't been good in like last time we
It's
were good.
2013.
Yeah, I mean, the last time we were good, you guys were probably just starting puberty.
No, I was in kindergarten. I'm right now in that.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that you're like 13. Oh yeah, so you were in kindergarten. Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't even totally know how to totally read yet. Last time they were in the playoffs.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Yeah, so I mean,
That shows how like long it is. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I
I don't
was
even
getting
like
out of high school when last made the playoffs, and that was 7 years ago. And now, like some kids that I know from high school, some are married, some have kids, and I'm just praying that the Knicks become good.
And
Yeah.
you know who led the team? Melo. Eddie says Melo's trash. Like he says he's a
Yeah.
cancer.
Now he's
We're getting Eddie in
Look,
his feelings.
Now he is trash. But back in the day, when he was on the Knicks, yeah, he was good.
He was good. He like you have to admit, Melo was fun watching that season. That he
Well,
was.
yeah, back in the day, that was when Melo was in his freaking prime. He won a scoring title. Yeah, he was good. He was arguably a top 5 player back then, but those days are long gone.
Very
But he's
long
still
gone.
He's a good role player still with Portland. He was
Yeah,
perfect
and
for
he
them.
can still help out your team
Yeah.
win in that.
I mean, he's not a number 1 option anymore. Number 2 option depends
Yeah.
on the team, but I mean, that's his role now, like a role player.
Yeah.
Look, it's his role now, but we like I think that he could be a great piece still for like the Knicks in that and helping the team develop.
I don't know about that one, but we'll see. I mean, honestly, if he comes back to the Knicks, then I just think it's going to be on a farewell tour. But if he actually wants,
I think that's right for a farewell tour, definitely.
but if he wants to win, he should stay as far away from the Knicks as humanly possible.
Yeah, you should go across the coast to LA. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But LeBron is shout out to that Steven that he mentioned LeBron is a fake friend to Melo. He did he had the option he could have told what was it the Bucks
Lakers.
family to go sign Melo and Rob Pelinka. He could have told him to go sign Melo. But
right, they won the championship without him, so I think he did the right thing.
Hey, he did the right thing, but like we could have had Melo with a ring.
He has one from Syracuse.
We ain't talking college, Eddie. We ain't talking college, eh?
I'm also pretty sure Carmelo's married, so he's got another ring on that finger too.
Whoa, we ain't talking about him on that.
You said rings. You didn't mention NBA championship rings. You just said rings in general.
Well, so then is Paul George ring enough then? He got married the other day.
I mean, that's the only ring he's probably ever gonna win in his life because I know
The
for
jokes in the playoffs. Yeah.
Since we just brought up Paul George, I actually saw this post on Bleacher Report the other day. Since, believe it or not, it's now the 10-year anniversary of the 2010 draft class, and I didn't realize how stacked that class was. But they were saying if you could have had a chance at a redraft, obviously we all know the Wizards went number 1 with John Wall. Would you have taken Paul George first overall if you were the Wizards? Looking back at it, I say fuck no.
Look,
Wait,
John Wall had a couple.
Kawhi, wasn't Kawhi Leonard in that?
No, that was the year after.
People forget how good John Wall was, like in 2017.
Well,
around
yeah,
that time.
healthy John
He was
Wall.
amazing. If it weren't for his injuries, like I'd still take John Wall.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would take healthy John Wall over any point guard in the East. That's just me, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like prime John Wall, he was great, and it's sad to see what happened to him, but he was balling out around 2017, and same with Isaiah Thomas. He was like, man,
Yeah,
I
you
can't believe that those two went down. I felt like they were gonna be in the game for years to come.
No,
Yeah.
Nick,
Would you take John Wall over Kyrie Irving?
healthy John Wall over Kyrie? I definitely would, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Right now, actually, Kyrie ain't doing that well either. So.
Yeah, but I mean, John Wall's contract's terrible right now, so maybe everybody. Yeah. Kyrie.
Putting contract aside, like I think, like a healthy John Wall. I don't care how big his contract is. A healthy John Wall over anyone.
Yeah, that dude's
maybe not Steph Curry.
Well, yeah, I mean, John Wall's gonna make like $55 million next year or something like that.
I saw the highlights of him.
I can't fault the Wizards for paying him that much because they didn't know he was gonna get injured.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I remember they said
it was bad luck.
Yeah. I remember looking at that post, and they said that Paul George would have went first in a redraft, John Wall would have went second to the Sixers. The Nets would have took Boogie Cousins, and the Timberwolves would have took Gordon Hayward.
Okay, Boogie was good. He just wasted his prime on a bad team.
Well, yeah,
he was good until the injury. Like, he was really good.
Well, yeah, Boogie's career went downhill once he got hurt.
Yeah, it did, and right when he got hurt, he was finally on a good team in that, and then.
Yeah, and then he goes ring chasing and failed. But actually,
wait, isn't he eligible for the Lakers ring? I think he's eligible.
I mean, honestly, I was about to say, I know he didn't play a minute for the Lakers, but technically he was on the roster for a bit. But then
I don't count that ring.
But then they waived him because of right before like the league.
That's wrong.
So I don't know like what they would do in that situation. Personally, if I was him, I don't know if I would want that ring, to be honest, just because it's like, dog, I didn't even play a second for y'all, but.
And you weren't even there on the bench the whole entire season. You didn't make it to the playoffs even on the bench.
Yeah, but I mean, that would have been interesting to watch, though, I think, since you would have had AD, Boogie, and LeBron.
Oh my God, that would have been good. Yeah, even Boogie hurt, that would have been good.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take him over JaVale McGee, but
JaVale McGee. Yeah, so
I think the Lakers need to trade Derrick. I saw the Lakers. No, I think the Lakers should trade for Derrick Rose. I've seen that thrown out.
I've heard rumors about them trade for DeMar.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Like, that's gonna ruin the NBA.
I mean,
that'd be interesting. I don't know how that would fit. How they.
I mean, DeMar. I don't know if he's the same player from Toronto, but. I mean, I
wouldn't say it ruined the NBA, but that would be like sort of like a super team.
Maybe to a certain extent. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be like Clay, Steph, Draymond, and KD, but
Boogie.
It would be a good big three, though.
Yeah, it would be good for like a year in that, because LeBron and DeMar are aging. And what do you think Anthony Davis will lead the Lakers after LeBron and them age? Not this year, but once LeBron retires, do you think he'd leave?
I mean, it would have to depend on how good AD is and
what the Lakers put around him. And that.
Yeah, because I mean, LeBron honestly is like he's like what he's gonna be like 37, 38 in a month or so, and he's
36. Yeah.
and he's still like the greatest. He's still like the best player on the planet right now. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much longer until Father Time catches LeBron, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be at least another. He's got at least 1 or 2 more good years. But
Definitely.
obviously the Lakers are gonna give AD the max. So once LeBron retires, it's gonna be AD's team, and
Yeah. There's
we'll
no
see
doubt
where
with the Lakers. The Lakers keep their stars in that. Like they've proved it over the years. They went from superstar to superstar, all the way from Wilt to Magic to Kobe and Shaq uh, to also playing another good team around Kobe. And they did a little have a 6-year meltdown at the end of Kobe's career in that. Well, I don't think they'll do that again. No.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question. How do you guys think the Lakers are going to do? Because, they've only had, I think some 70 days of an off season or something like that.
I think that LeBron will manage a little in the first month of the season.
Yeah,
but
probably to work as
yeah, and I totally get why he would. But once he gets to around January, February, I think he'll be back and ready.
Yeah. I mean, I personally feel like LeBron doesn't care about the regular season because he knows he can still dominate while taking the day off.
Yeah, they can be an 8th seed in that. He can surprise people in the playoffs.
Like, what people don't seem to realize is LeBron has, like, the best strength and conditioning coaches in the world. So,
oh, yeah.
He'll be, I mean, I get it. He wants some time off, spend some time with the kids. But, like, his body will be ready for whatever comes in about a month and a half from now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't believe the season's a little over a month away.
Yeah. What do you think? If the Knicks trade for, Russell Westbrook, do you think they make the playoffs?
No.
Yeah, well, wait. We'll be an 8 seed and we're going to get bounced in the first round. Like, that's pretty much what it's going to be.
I'll say, a 7 or
6
6 seed. If you have, for example, if you have, Oladipo, Gordon Hayward next to him, you can at least be a 7 or 6 seed.
I still think CP option.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I know Westbrook does want out of Houston, but I don't know who would be crazy enough to take on that garbage contract.
Well, I've seen that trade in that, but I don't think that's happening. You'd have to give up Mitch and 1 first rounder.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put every bad contract in the one, and then you're gonna either have to give up some of your young talent, or you're gonna have to throw a ton of draft picks. Be like, all right, here you go. But then I would be like, yo, if we're taking on $120 million, you gotta give us some picks in return.
Yeah, I'm sure. At least throw a bone back or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, I've been noticing that every point guard that the Rockets bring in, somehow it doesn't work out between him and Hart.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
It didn't work out with Dwight, but he wasn't a point guard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Though Dwight was great. Now Dwight has turned around in that. I think that he did great on that Lakers team.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, but at the time, but you still can fault James Harden for that some. Look, Dwight was crazy, but it got to the point when it got so divided that James Harden had beef with him.
That is true.
I definitely think, though, if the Rockets are going to trade Westbrook, I think Harden's going to be the next one out. They got to completely restart.
There's no way that they can just be staying in no man's land. If you trade Westbrook and then you just don't trade Harden, you're just gonna be stuck in no man's land and waste time.
Well, yeah, I mean,
and you're gonna have no direction.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it all depends on what they could get for a Russell Westbrook. But I mean, I think the Rockets got 1 more year left in their current championship window. But if they don't win it all by next year, I think you gotta blow it all up.
Yeah. I think no, they're not. They're never gonna win. I feel it's just at this point, James Harden isn't gonna win you a championship, and the players that they put around James Harden aren't championship winners. Like Russell Westbrook, he he ain't your guy that's gonna lead you to your championship.
No
It's
shit.
not. It's not like they just. Those are two players like that. I think Ben Simmons would never lead you to a championship or be a second star to a team on a that's for a championship. They're Chris Middleton. There's some stars that you have like your Kawhis, you have your LeBrons, maybe Giannis. I don't know, but then our KDs, Kyries. But then that's like the tier below is like your James Hardens, your Russell Westbrooks, your Ben Simmons, yeah, your Paul Georges. Paul George is a tier below.
Wait, you said Harden's a tier below Kyrie, or wait, did I hear that wrong?
What I mean, like, are they gonna lead you to are they gonna help you win a championship? No, James Harden is better than Kyrie, but who are you gonna win championships with? Who's got it's all about building a championship team at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And there are like players like James Harden and Russell Westbrook that aren't championship players. They just can't do it. It's just
Yeah, I mean
Harden, at most they're like conference finals.
Yeah, I mean Harden literally has the rep of choking when it matters.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I mean now granted,
like all those, his fault
though.
But I think the Rockets have to blow it up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm letting go of D'Antoni, I think, was just the first domino.
Yeah. But he literally fit the style of play perfectly. He let them do whatever they want, basically. Run up and down, no defense. Like shoot.
Well, yeah, that's D'Antoni's problem. He doesn't emphasize defense, which is why.
No, the NBA isn't like a defensive league, but you need some of it. Like you need.
Yeah, you do need defense, obviously.
Like you
need if there was a way that you could have a Mike D'Antoni and a Tom Thibodeau, I think that would be good. You have like one coach that can run offense and one coach that can run defense. Yeah. Like that's like the difference, like very different.
Yeah, I mean, you need defense in today's league because the days of like low scoring games that end in the 80s are pretty much long gone.
Yeah.
Scores nowadays are the over-under is always gonna be over 200, give or take.
Yeah, like. But I think Tom Thibodeau, getting back to Knicks now, I think Tom Thibodeau has a good offensive resume. He's done some stuff good on the offensive end.
I mean, that's a fair statement.
What?
I mean, that's a fair statement, but I mean, I personally don't think that the Knicks should have hired Thibodeau, but obviously they made their choice, and we got to ride with it.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got to ride with it, but I like the choice in that, if you've heard me speak in that, I like it. But also going back to like the Rockets and that, like D'Antoni, like it fit perfectly well with them. And this new head coach, I think he wants him back. Silas, I think.
Yeah, I think that's his name.
Steven Silas, Silas off Paul Silas, and that coach.
I mean, I don't know too much about him, but I mean, obviously they know him.
He's like Jeff Hornacek is gonna be on the staff. Oh my God.
Wait. On whose staff?
On the Rockets. Jeff Hornacek is gonna be on the Rockets staff.
Best coach the Knicks had since Mike Woodson, right, Eddie?
Oh my God, I hate Jeff Hornacek. He's so bad.
I'll say this: Jeff Hornacek. Best coach since Mike Hornacek a great coach? I mean, I would say no, he wasn't, but he wasn't like Derek Fisher, David Fizdale, Kurt Rambis. I'll say this: he wasn't as bad as people say he was, and I personally think they fired him a little too soon. But obviously, they made their choice. It was what it was.
Yeah, the part about firing Hornacek was right. Jeff Hornacek, I just didn't like him. he didn't hold any players accountable. Also, that was the problem with me. If you watch those games towards the end of the 2017-18 season, you know what, Tim Hardaway just chuck up whatever he wanted.
Good old Timmy threes.
Okay, Tim Hardaway. Okay, Tim Hardaway is an okay player. It's just he needs accountability and he needs to be in the right system.
And he needs a good contract. Like, he's overpaid
True.
right now. That's why we got rid of him. We had to.
Dude, every Dallas trade gets overpaid.
Like, he's doing great in Dallas.
Of course he is.
So,
Eddie, we're gonna bring Tim Hardaway back again.
Bring him back for a third time. You might as well. Maybe third time's a charm. I mean, something's gotta happen, right? I mean, doesn't it?
Bring him back on a nice contract. I'm all for bringing him back just on a good contract with good coaching.
I mean, we brought back Wayne Ellington like 3 or 4 times, so might as well bring Tim Hardaway back.
Yeah, Wayne Ellington. Yeah, we should bring him.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we traded for him in the Tyson Chandler trade, I think.
Yeah, we did, and then there was another trade where we traded for him, and like he got waived like 2 days later.
I think that was the Tyson trade or some. I don't know. Whatever it is, like Wayne Ellington's just like the guy that he gets bounced around from the Knicks and that, yeah. Then
he was actually good
on the Knicks, but he doesn't play, Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Heat legend too.
Okay, Ellington was good on Miami. Yeah.
Taj Gibson, the GOAT.
Taj Gibson is the GOAT, yeah.
Taj Gibson for president.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, the 35-year-old starting center for your New York Knicks, he starts over Mitchell Robinson, who he claimed he wanted to develop. It makes no sense.
Yeah, that makes like how much does he make? The 35-year-old starting center for the New York Knicks, number 67. Taj Gibson.
Yeah, so I remember I saw a video of a kid wearing a Taj Gibson jersey, and I was just like,
oh yeah, I saw it.
It's like, who in their right mind?
Again. Yeah.
Yeah, who in their right mind would spend money on a Taj Gibson jersey?
Yeah, Taj Mahal Gibson. Remember that?
Bro, they named a building after him, the Taj Mahal, right?
Yeah. Like and someone called it the Taj Mahal Gibson jersey.
Yeah.
Remember that? It was on Big Clothes, yeah.
Honestly, I want to know who that guy was. I want to know how much money he spent on it so I could take that money out of his wallet and light that on fire. Because that's literally
Thank you, Eddie.
That's literally what he did. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I've wasted money on certain things too, but Taj Gibson's jersey is probably right up there.
Like, hey, I spent money on the RJ Barrett jersey, all right? Sorry.
Well,
but never in my never. If I'm wearing the Taj Gibson jersey, I'm probably on something.
No, I mean, I've seen some random jerseys at Knicks games. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean,
I've seen people wearing Ignis. People were wearing Ignis Press.
He didn't even play a game for us this year. Yeah.
Well, like, I see people wear Ron Baker. Well, that's just because he's the GOAT. Like,
okay, yeah. I mean, Ron Baker's the GOAT. He's yeah. We can't disrespect people for wearing a Ron Baker jersey.
Ron Baker literally has shown more heart of anybody on the Knicks for the last 5 years because he actually
took the elbow against Anthony Davis. He almost got like knocked out.
Okay, Ron Burgundy was good. Ron Baker, yeah, I call him that.
Yeah, I mean. Ron Baker, I mean, I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Rudy, but he reminds me a lot of Rudy. Like, he's not athletic at all, not very good at his game, but he at least puts heart in. Like, he'll go out and give it 50%.
Yeah.
But I still can't believe he went from someone that was probably not going to make the team, and he spent, like 2.5 years? I still can't believe that.
Yeah, I mean, he stuck around a lot.
I've worn that Enes Kanter jersey.
Well, Enes Kanter was good.
Enes Kanter, like, it's all respect when it comes to Kanter and that. Yeah, I love Kanter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still sometimes rock and his jersey still. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good big man now.
Yeah, and I was rooting for him in the playoffs. He's one of my favorites also. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Remember
he's
the
a
game
great
against
guy.
the game against Philadelphia on Christmas Day? He had like 22 and 25
yeah.
and 20. Yeah.
Yeah, he had some great games. Also, that time he showed up on crutches, and then he played. Yeah, that just shows you his heart and muscle and that. You know.
He really liked it here. Like, I remember the first game he came back and he played after Fizdale, like, benched him. He went to center court and he kissed the floor. Like, he really left.
Oh,
like
yeah.
He truly.
He did. People are like, "Oh, that's a fake kiss," and "Oh, he just tries to act like he's like a homeboy and that." But he ain't. He actually gets it. Like he likes New York. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know why we benched him, but obviously Fizdale thought he wasn't in our future plans. It was what it was, but that's why Fizdale is starting to grow hair now that he ain't coaching the Knicks.
Yeah,
but Fizdale really ruined Portland's stock too, because remember he lied about, like, he said, "Oh, he's not running or anything," and then a video came out the next day he was running. Like, he lied about how he was doing.
Yeah.
During this, I remember that.
David Fizdale is now like he's gone crazy. Like you see him, he's growing hair and afros. He's on. No disrespect to the afro. That was good. He looks like
finally growing hair because he doesn't have to yank it out after every Knicks game, because that's pretty much what you do after every.
Well, I mean, it's his own fault though that we were losing that bad every game. The rotations were terrible. Like, it was a joke. I remember the game Bobby Portis had he had like something against the Bulls, the first win last year. Like, Portis was on fire.
Yeah. And then they bring in Julius Randle.
Yeah.
I hate Bobby Portis, but that he was on fire that game, and we should have kept him in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, David Fizdale, like, I remember when he got fired from Memphis, everybody threw a fit. It's like, why they fired him, this, that, the other thing. That was probably the best thing the Grizzlies could have ever done.
LeBron needed answers. Yeah.
Well, the answer was simple. He was a terrible coach. Like, now I see why Marc Gasol didn't get along with him. And, I mean, obviously, there's probably a lot more to that story, but the Grizzlies definitely made the right choice.
Yeah, shout out to Marc Gasol. He's the real one. Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know if Fizdale will ever make it back in the league, but now
he won't ever. Maybe as an assistant.
Yeah, I could see assistant coach. I could see assistant coach. I don't know about head coach though. But
never.
I mean, I noticed with the Knicks though, they always hire coaches, give them massive contracts, and fire them right before they get halfway through them.
Because we've hired so many bad coaches.
I mean, look, it's one thing if you're gonna fire coaches, like that happens all the time, but don't give out a 5-year contract if they're not even gonna make it a year 3. Because
also, I feel like if you give them a lower year, like 2 or 3 year, like a deal like that, it'll incentivize them to work harder because like they're not secured. Like if you have them like a 5-year deal and like they have like a sense of security, you know what I mean? I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when the Knicks hired Fizdale to a 5-year contract. I honestly at the time thought he was a good coach. Obviously, I'll take the L on it, but
yeah, same.
I remember saying though, like, all right, Fizdale's a good coach, but because the Knicks are going to be so bad, he's going to get fired in like 2 or 3 years. And it was mainly because both the team and him were terrible.
Well, we didn't think that he was going to be terrible in that. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I was just thinking about this also. Like he flew to Latvia to go see Porzingis. I don't think he ever coached him in a game. So go figure.
I think that I'm sure the trip was like the ruining thing for him. Yeah.
I mean, honestly though, if you're gonna fly halfway across the world to go work with a player, it's like at least play a freaking game for him, dog. Because he obviously it didn't work out.
I guess he turned I think Fizz only went for the vacation, not even see KP.
I mean, I've never been to Latvia, so I don't know what's good over there. But
They have nice beaches. I've seen.
I mean, I guess so. I wouldn't know off the top of my head though. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I remember when the Knicks drafted Porzingis, I couldn't tell you where Latvia was. Like
You were like Michael Rappaport.
yeah, and like
Fingers.
honestly, the first time I saw that video, I
Shout out to Michael Rappaport.
I rolled over and started dying on that because that was pretty funny. Yeah, like, but like the part where he's like, I've never heard of fucking Latvia. I'm like, dog. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. If you gave me a map right now, and like took all the names off the countries, I probably couldn't tell you where it was.
No disrespect to the Latvia on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't know where it was until KP played.
Yeah, like yeah. But
Latvia?
I mean,
Brazil, actually.
I mean, maybe one day I'll go out there. Maybe if I ever do go to Europe. Never been to Europe. But
Well, who knows? But in this time, definitely not. Yeah.
well, yeah, I mean, I was gonna say I don't think we're gonna be allowed in Europe for a while
So.
because COVID's just spiking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see if COVID even allows fans. And
Well, the
Yeah.
Warriors, 50%. That was crazy. They spent $30 million on testing.
well, yeah, I mean, well, Joe Lacob has like billions of dollars, so I'm glad that he's taking a chunk out of his pocket for the better of the world.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
also he's gonna make that money right back. Like,
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Shout
I
out to.
mean, yeah, shout out to him. But I mean, honestly, the way I see it though is COVID ain't going away for a while. Even though Cuomo was like, "Yo, you have to shut down your business at 10 p.m." It's like, oh, that's when COVID comes out at night. Please.
No. Yeah.
I mean,
It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, the way I see it is COVID is going to be around for the foreseeable future, and we're just going to have to learn to live with it.
Yeah. Wear masks. Yeah.
Yeah, or in this case, we should just wear bags over our heads because that's what the Knicks are.
Yeah. Well, we should just wear bags over our heads to the game and that. That's what.
I remember some people.
I remember seeing the pictures of that.
The head bag.
Yeah.
People. Yeah. Yeah. If we start going on, we'll just claim that we have like. We'll make like certified medical baghead thingies, and we'll go like see if they can make a certified custom medical baghead thing and wear it to the game. Yeah. Yeah. So peace and bye. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Pleasure as always.
Always great. Always great talking. Knicks, come back. Come join next one. I don't know when. Like maybe next week. We'll see.
If we do it,
Let's go Knicks.
we do it.
Yep.
If we do it next Saturday, we'll know the draft results and what we did.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, wait, the draft's on Friday.
It's on Wednesday.
I think
Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesday.
All right.
And free agency's on Friday.
All
Yeah,
right,
so that'll be.
the Knicks are gonna give out a max contract to freaking
Fred VanVleet.
Fred VanVleet. Honestly, that would not shock me at all.
Yeah, we might have some it might be a little crazy. It can either go two ways next week when I come on here. I can either be ranting or I could be like, let's go Knicks. We gotta win this season. We gotta finally get back in the playoffs for once. Let's go. Yeah.
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. So, Luke, thanks for having me on. Nick, it was a pleasure talking to you too.
Always.
Feel free to invite us back whenever.
What's up? Bye.